See conservation from a new perspective at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
Without my good feet, I would not be able to do this. And remember, I'm in my 60s. Hey!
Hi, I'm Dr. Sean, founder of 4M Dental Implant Centers. I know it's tough to live with missing, broken, or loose teeth.
It was very hard for me to go out and smile.
I just can't believe what you did in one day.
I feel alive again.
My only regret is not doing it sooner.
My teeth are my favorite part of my body now.
I want to help you too. Call us now for our very special offer.
Call 844-4M-DENTAL.
We begin with breaking news now on the Ktla Morning News at 10. An LAFD recruit firefighter was killed while rendering aid at the scene of an early morning crash happened on the 101 freeway in Studio City. Gil Levis in Sky 5 with more on this tragic situation. Gil.
Jessica and Frank, you're looking at the procession that's about to get underway here by the LA City Fire Department. I can tell you that the California Highway Patrol, I should say, has closed down the northbound lanes of the 101 freeway at Lankershim. That's where the accident occurred earlier this morning, just after 5 o'clock. Now, that recruit from the fire department was rendering aid at the time of the crash, was not in one of the vehicles that crashed. There was 3 vehicles in total, 2 civilian vehicles and a sanitation truck involved in that crash. When that recruit came to render aid to those people in the crash, that's when that recruit was fatally injured at the scene here. Now, in this coroner's van you see here, that's where the body of that recruit was placed by fellow LA City firefighters in their formal attire, now up and placed with an American flag over the body. Now you can see the transport here underway to the coroner's office. The fire department with a long line of vehicles here. Looks like they're going to exit the freeway and get back on the southbound side of the 101 freeway to the coroner's office in Boyle Heights. But right now, very sad day for the LA City firefighters. I can tell you that Fire Chief Kristen Crowley was on scene here just moments ago, checking the scene here and talking with the firefighters on the scene. And as you see the vehicles exiting the freeway, they'll be getting back on the 101 freeway southbound to the coroner's office. But again, a very sad day for the LA City firefighters here with the loss of a recruit who was simply rendering aid for people that were injured in that accident and was fatally injured as a result of that accident on the 101 freeway. Again, it happened just after 5 o'clock this morning, I should say, and they shut down the freeway. A SIG alert has been issued for the 101 freeway here for at least 1 more hour as the fire crews get off the freeway right now and start their procession to the coroner's office. That's the latest overhead up in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Gil, thank you for that. Now to this breaking news. This morning, former President Trump is in a New York City courtroom as his historic hush money trial gets underway. It's the first time a former U.S. president has ever faced trial on criminal charges. KTLA's Trevor Shirley, live in Washington, D.C. with more for us. Trevor, good morning.
Frank, good morning to you as well. Jury selection getting underway today. That process could include both sides interviewing up to 1,000 potential jurors over the next few days. Now, both the prosecution and the defense are going to be looking for jurors they believe can be fair and impartial. Every potential juror will fill out a questionnaire covering questions related to former President Trump and how closely they've been following the lead up to this trial, for example. However, prospective jurors will not be asked their political affiliation. The former president has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts that he falsified business records in an attempt to hide an affair with adult actress Stormy Daniels. It's alleged the former president paid Daniels $130,000 to keep her from going public during the 2016 campaign. Prosecutors say those payments were documented as legal fees to hide their true nature. The former president has made this trial, along with 3 potential others, as a center point of his campaign. He alleges it's all an effort by Democrats to keep him from winning this year's election.
persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought. It's an assault on America. And that's why I'm very proud to be here.
Jury selection is expected to last a few days, but it could reach into next week as well. That's the latest here in Washington. We'll send it back to you guys in L.A.
Trevor, thank you. The armorer for the movie Rust will be sentenced today in connection with the fatal shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins in 2021. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed has been in jail since her involuntary manslaughter conviction on March 6th. During the trial, prosecutors said she repeatedly violated safety protocols and failed to perform her duties, which led to Hutchins' death. She faces 18 months in prison and a $5,000 fine. Alec Baldwin, who is holding the gun, has pleaded not guilty to a charge of involuntary manslaughter. His trial is set for July.
Israel's war cabinet considering military action against Iran. On Saturday, Iran launched hundreds of airstrikes at Israel, but nearly all of them were shot down. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos monitoring the story for us from the newsroom. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hey, Jessica, good morning to you. And the country's war cabinet just wrapping up their meeting to determine a response to Iran's attacks. No details on what was decided quite yet, but sources are reporting an attack may be, quote, imminent, say some Israeli officials, as President Biden urges Prime Minister Netanyahu not to retaliate. You're looking at images from Saturday. Air raid sirens and explosions sounding as Iran began taking aim at the Jewish state. Its first ever direct assault on Israel after decades of tension. One man in northern Israel describing what he says was a long and terrifying night.
About 11 o'clock, we heard that there are drones on the way to Israel. We were at home. We were worried about my daughters who live in Tel Aviv, and because all of Israel was under attack. Luckily, we survived that night.
This morning, Israel's military leaders saying with the help of its allies, including the U.S., French, and British forces, they intercepted the vast majority of those incoming drones and missiles. We're talking about over 300 of them, including ballistic and cruise missiles. Only one casualty, a child, was critically injured. But Israel still calling this a clear declaration of war.
Every one of us should look and ask, what would we do had we been attacked in such an aggressive way as we were attacked last night from four corners of the Middle East with proxies shooting at us, firing missiles and ballistic missiles, drones, and cruise missiles. This is like a real war.
Saturday's attack, a response to a deadly airstrike Israel led on Iran's consulate in Syria at the start of April. You're looking at the aftermath of it there. The airstrike killing 7, including 2 generals, escalating tensions in that region, causing concerns over whether this conflict would mean a wider war.
We don't want a war with Iran. We don't seek to widen and broaden this conflict. We don't want to see things escalate. As a matter of fact, what we want to do is see things de-escalate. And defending Israel the way we helped do on Saturday should have that effect.
Over the weekend, President Biden there returning to the White House earlier than planned for urgent discussions on this situation. G7 leaders then meeting via a video conference Sunday to coordinate a diplomatic response. The president sharing one social media post commending members of U.S. fighter squadrons who helped defend Israel in Saturday's attack. Listen.
Hey, you guys are the best in the whole damn world, man. The whole world. No, that's not hyperbole, man. Both these squadrons, you're incredible, absolutely incredible. You made an enormous difference, potentially saving a lot of lives, and thanks to extraordinary skill, the United States helped Israel take down nearly all those incoming missiles.
And this week, President Biden is set to host the Iraqi Prime Minister as tensions across the Middle East continues to soar. No doubt the two will have a lot to discuss, including America's 2-decade military presence in Iraq. Reporting live from the newsroom, Annie Rose Ramos, KTLA 5 News.
Andy Rose, thank you. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass set to deliver the annual State of the City address tonight. She's expected to talk about her administration's efforts to tackle our city's homelessness crisis, affordable housing, and plans to recruit and retain police officers. Next Monday, the mayor will release her budget proposal for the upcoming fiscal year.
Caltrans working to clear away yet another rock slide on Malibu Canyon Road. It has shut down the road between Piuma Road and PCH. The slide happened during the rainstorms over the weekend. It comes after nearby areas of Malibu Canyon Road were closed in February and March because of other slides from wet weather. Crews hope to get this one cleared and reopen sometime this afternoon.
Mark, you said earlier this may have been it as far as the big rain goes.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we got to hit spring weather here.
Right.
Like I've been watching baseball games from all over the country, and everybody's sitting in the stands, short sleeves.
Right.
You know, their sun hats, and here we are all bundled up in California.